Hello, how are you? How's it going? Being at home? Are you making the most of it? Are you enjoying it? Okay, I thought I would attempt a reading of Imagination Dead Imagine by Samuel Beckett. Let's see how it goes. I think it's a pertinent text to read today. I felt I really wanted to read it. I love Beckett. If you know me, you'll know that. And I think it's just the text to read today. Let's see how it goes. It's not easy. Thank you for being there to listen to it. Thank you, Serge. Imagination Dead Imagine. No trace anywhere of life, you say, no difficulty there. Imagination not dead yet. Yes, dead, good. Imagination, dead, imagine. Islands, waters, azure, verdure, one glimpse and vanished, endless, omit, till all white, in the whiteness the rotunda, no way in, go in, measure. Diameter 3 feet, 3 feet from ground to summit of the vault. 2 diameters at right angles A, B, C, D divide the white ground into 2 semicircles A, C, B, B, D, A. Lying on the ground, 2 white bodies, each in its semicircle. White too the vault and the round wall 18 inches high from which it springs. Go back out, a plain rotunda, all white in the whiteness. Go back in, wrap, solid throughout, a ring as in the imagination, the ring of bone. The light that makes all white, no visible source, all shines with the same white shine, ground, wall, vault, bodies, no shadow. Strong heat, surfaces hot but not burning to the touch, bodies sweating. Go back out, move back, the little fabric vanishes, ascend, it vanishes, all white in the whiteness, descend, go back in. Emptiness, silence, heat, whiteness, weight, the light goes down, all grows dark together, ground, wall, vault, bodies, stay 20 seconds, all the greys, the light goes out, all vanishes. At the same time the temperature goes down to reach its minimum, say freezing point, at the same instant that the black is reached, which may seem strange. Wait, more or less long, light and heat come back, all grows white and hot together, ground, wall, vault, bodies, say 20 seconds, all the greys, till the initial level is reached whence all the fall began. More or less long, for there may intervene experience shows between end of fall and beginning of rise, pauses of varying length from the fraction of the second to what would have seemed in other times, other places, an eternity. Same remark for the other pause between end of rise and beginning of fall. The extremes, as long as they last, are perfectly stable, which in the case of the temperature may seem strange in the beginning. It is possible, too, experience shows, for rise and fall to stop short at any point and mark a pause, more or less long, before resuming or reversing the rise, now fall, the fall, rise, these in their turn to be completed or to stop short and mark a pause, more or less long, before resuming or again reversing, and so on, till finally one or the other extreme is reached. Such variations of rise and fall, combining in countless rhythms, commonly attend the passage from white and heat to black and cold, and vice versa. The extremes alone are stable, as is stressed by the vibration to be observed when a pause occurs at some intermediate stage, no matter what its level and duration. Then all vibrates, ground, wall, vault, bodies, ashen or leaden, or between the two, as may be. But on the whole, experience shows such uncertain passage is not common. And most often, when the light begins to fail, and along with it the heat, the movement continues unbroken until in the space of some 20 seconds pitch black is reached, and at the same time instant, say, freezing point. Same remark for the reverse movement towards heat and whiteness. Next, most frequent, is the fall or rise with pauses of varying lengths in these feverish greys without at any moment reversal of the movement. But whatever its uncertainties, the return sooner or later to a temporary calm seems assured, for the moment, in the black dark or the great whiteness with attendant temperature, world still proof against enduring tumult. Rediscovered miraculously after what absence imperfect voids, it is no longer quite the same from this point of view, but there is no other. Externally, all is as before, and the sighting of the little fabric quite as much a matter of chance, its whiteness merging in the surrounding whiteness. But go in, and now briefer lulls and never twice the same storm. Light and heat remain linked as though supplied by the same source of which still no trace. Still on the ground, bent in three, the head against the wall at B, the arse against the wall at A, the knees against the wall between B and C, the feet against the wall between C and A, that is to say, inscribed in the semicircle ACB, merging in the white ground, were it not for the long hair of strangely imperfect whiteness, the white body of a woman, finally. Similarly inscribed in the other semicircle, against the wall, his head at A, his arse at B, his knees between A and D, his feet between D and B, the partner. On their right sides, therefore, both and back to back, head to arse. Hold a mirror to their lips, it mists. With their left hands they hold their left legs a little below the knee, with their right hands their left arms a little above the elbow. In this agitated light, its great white calm, now so rare and brief, inspection is not easy. Sweat and mirror notwithstanding, they might well pass for intimate, but for the left eyes, which at incalculable intervals suddenly open wide and gaze in unblinking exposure long beyond what is humanly possible. Piercing, pale blue, the effect is striking in the beginning. Never the two gazes together except once, when the beginning of one overlapped the end of the other for about 10 seconds. Neither fat nor thin, big nor small, their bodies seem whole and in fairly good condition, to judge by the surfaces exposed to view. The faces, too, assuming the two sides of a piece, seem to want nothing essential. Between their absolute stillness and the convulsive light, the contrast is striking in the beginning, for one who still remembers having been struck by the contrary. It is clear, however, from 1,000 little signs too long to imagine, that they are not sleeping. Only murmur, "Ah, no more," in the silence, and at the same instant for the eye of prey, the infinitesimal shudder instantaneously suppressed. Leave them there, sweating and icy. There is better elsewhere. No, life ends, and no, there is nothing elsewhere, and no question now of ever finding again that white speck, lost in whiteness, to see if they still lie still in the stress of that storm, or of a worse storm, or in the black dark for good, or the great whiteness unchanging, and if not, what they are doing. That was Imagination Dead Imagine by Samuel Beckett. Do let me know how you experienced that reading. Beckett's words are to be experienced with the body, and then the mind, but first the body. Do let me know what your body told you when you were listening to that reading, and thank you very much for bearing with me. It's not an easy read. Thank you very much for being there. See you again tomorrow.